chance to speak, so I want to make sure I got it.
Councilmember Bennington.
Thank you, Mayor. I agree with much of what Councilmember Davis has said. As you know, I was one of the sponsors of the amendment to create the Drainage Oversight Committee. The promise that I think I made and others made to the constituents was that we would have a program that not only was responsive to what the computer said should be done, but also to what the residents think should be done. And that committee has met on a monthly basis and done a lot of work. And we talked about the projects, we talked about the information that is considered by the projects, the weight to be given to the projects, and we looked at the results and tried to improve the process. But I think, as evidenced by these amendments today, I think that the process is not, certainly it'll never be perfect, but it's not as perfect as many of us feel that it could be. And I think we ought to strive to improve the process. I have some concern about this particular amendment because I think probably all of the bond funds are allocated under the CIP program that have been voted for specific purposes, and I'm almost positive that all the money in the street, the dedicated drainage and street and renewal fund has been dedicated for CIP projects for this year. And I know there's an amendment by Councilmember Davis to increase the amount, and Councilmember Costello, and I support that amendment, but I think we ought to spend the money if we can, but I just don't know where this money is coming from without taking it away from projects that have already been, represented to the public, will be done and already, vetted, and I just don't know where the money's coming from. I don't understand it.
Yeah, Councilmember, we don't have large amounts of unallocated money, but we do have funds in DDSRF that are in more general categories. And as you know, we recently came back to council and indicated we were going to up the amount that was going to the maintenance side. And so my assumption would be that council members would make requests, and Public Works would be looking at sidewalk repair requests across the city, but if council members designated that particular project in their district as their priority project, that from this general pool of sidewalk repair money or drainage money that is going to clean inlets, we would move those projects forward. So it's not, I understand clearly council members are not interested in killing existing CIP projects in their districts or other districts.
Okay, so those would not be disturbed in the ones that are on the CIP program?
No, sir. That was not the intention behind this motion.
Thank you.
Councilmember Boykins.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, let me just say I definitely support Councilmember Bradford's amendment. But I want to start off by saying, for those of you who know, and as Councilmember Davis mentioned, I was part of the initial group to help birth Rebuild Houston. Now, I'm still learning as we go along with this process, and I've learned a lot from my colleague, Councilmember Bradford. Serving on that Rebuild Houston Oversight Committee with Councilmember Pennington as well taught me a lot. Taught me the needs that we have for this city from an infrastructure perspective. Sat down with some engineers that are just outstanding in terms of helping to develop a tool to address this issue. Mayor, one of the things we talked about when I first became elected, you said, Dwight, I want you to help carry on my legacy, and we're going to do whatever we can to make Rebuild Houston a better program. By no way I will let any council member rob Rebuild Houston fund program. I'm committed to this. We're going to make this thing work. What Councilmember Bradford, the reason I'm so excited about Councilmember Bradford's amendment is because, as Councilmember Davis referred to, in our district, these people are crying for help through this program. When we go out and during the campaign, I was telling my buddy Jeff Ross during the campaign, I said, we had other council members that were speaking against Rebuild Houston during the campaign. I'm just a taxpayer serving as a volunteer on the Rebuild Houston Oversight Committee, defending it, telling them why it's a great program. Now I'm a council member, they're saying, well, show me the beef, Dwight. Where are the projects? Where's all this good stuff you're talking about? So when Councilmember Bradford approached this, I thought was the best thing since sliced bread, Mayor. And then I looked at his situation, the day he articulated how everything is covered, there's no reason for us not to support this. Now, let me just be real clear about this. What Bradford is saying, you are on the ground, you know the needs, you know the issues. We're not taking Rebuild Houston money and doing something outside the charter that it allows us to do. What's going to happen is projects, you have 11 district council members, so projects going to start moving. Talk to the engineering community. They'll tell you right now. They have everybody keep asking me, when are we going to move with Rebuild Houston? When are we going to move with Rebuild Houston? Hell, I wish I had the answer. So now we have an opportunity, 11 district council members, to be able to help move projects quicker in our district. That's why I support this. And Councilmember Costello, you know I respect you to the max with this, and I'm still going to sit down and talk to you about this a little bit further. But understand what Councilmember Bradford is trying to do is help us help our community. And that's why I support it. But let me just close with this. To my engineering friends, Chris, I am not going to let nobody hijack Rebuild Houston. Rest assured of that. I just think the implementation can be done a little bit faster. Because the community is asking us, day in and day out, when are they going to see something? Major thoroughfare is one thing, but we need to help these communities. And that's why I'm supporting this amendment, and I hope my colleagues join me with this thing. When my colleague, Councilmember Costello, term is up as at-large council member, I'm gonna try to adopt. I'm gonna try to move. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move it to your seat if you don't mind, Councilmember, because I want to be with Rebuild Houston, and I think the Oversight Committee knows my passion and commitment. I thank Director Kruger for his approach to this, but I'm so appreciative that Councilmember Bradford saw the need of this, and I think every district council member clearly understands we have 4 funding sources. We're not about to strip the revenues for Rebuild Houston. Let's be real clear. All we're doing is giving council members an opportunity to speed up projects in their district. So I ask you guys to join me in supporting Councilmember Bradford on this amendment.
Councilman Green.